do. Alright. What's good, Archie? I don't think I'm going to be playing anything until tonight. How was my sleep? It was pretty good. I slept for a lot longer than I expected to. How am I doing this? I have a plan. I don't know how well it'll work, but how much does Palworld cost in GBP? Is that Great Britain pound? I have no idea. I know nothing about Great Britain. I have absolutely no idea. Dollars to I think Power was like 30, so about 22 it looks like. Jolt Hog and Jolt Hog Chris. Next we have Gumos. We're not counting the flower. That's not a thing. So Gumos and Vixie. I'm not sure it's a game you would particularly want to play, Archie. I don't mind, but just given some of the information I know about you, I don't know if you like grinding games. That game is a grind. It takes a lot of work. I don't mind you buying it at all, of course, but I just want to let you know it might not be the type of game you would play. Yeah, Rivals is a bit different. Rivals is action, right? You're fighting. You're constantly fighting. Palworld's not really like that. Palworld, you will spend a good amount of time mining and cutting down trees. And what is Palworld about? It's just a survival game, a survival base building game. You basically catch pals, and the pals that are placed in your base do work for you based on whatever skills they have. And you collect materials so that you can catch better pals, get stronger. But the game's not finished. The game is not finished yet. So I don't know when they're planning on finishing it, but maybe sometime later this year or next year, hopefully. Is Cream is 18? It is. Daydream is 19 and Roshore is 20. Good. What? Oh. Do you want a general document? I just... Oh. I'm gonna start by I need a dictionary so that we can connect all the pals to something like an ID that's shorter than just their name. And then eventually we're gonna need a breeding map. So for every combination, where does it go to, right? And then I'm gonna... That's a good question. I don't know. Honestly, this is probably going to be the biggest chunk, the breeding map. And then we're going to need a way to allow for multiple sets of breeding, right? Maybe you have Jolthog and Vixie, and you want to get somewhere, you want to get to like Fox Parks, you might need to take a few steps. So some sort of function that allows you to use this breeding map to connect them. And then last, I don't know that yet. Yeah, probably all of them. Both what your current parents are and what you want. Well, I mean, we can figure that out later, right? We can just make that. We can. I'm sure. I don't think it'll be a very difficult problem to just change the function to be whatever we want. No. How's my day been so far? I'm chilling, Archie. I'm chilling. I woke up like maybe 2 hours ago. I brushed my teeth. Chilled out. I was going to look for how to play some music in my stream while also listening to other music, but it's, I don't know, it's seeming kind of complicated. I didn't want to spend a bunch of time doing that, so I went to this. Are you? What happened? What is that? Is that? I don't think that's mine. Garlic? I don't know what that is. Yeah, that looks like that's yours. Like that could be cheese. Yeah, I woke up at noon. That's the problem with having a white chair. You can't be doing that.
It looks very obvious black chair too.
Knox is at 21. Let's just do this. Fuddler. The latest you've woken up is 10 a.m. Do your parents wake you up? You just woke up on your own at 10 a.m. at the latest? You like Pokemon? Yeah. Killamari Primo. Yeah, your mom wakes you up. Okay. Yeah. Well, I'm an adult now, so that's not an option for me. I just go to sleep whenever I want, and I wake up whenever I want. A Sunday league match. Yeah. Is your team good? Accelerates 25. He said nope. Oops.
Is this the website
No. But that's pretty good. Oh. And I see you say you're in the lowest. You're in the lowest group of what? Like, is this like the lowest group in your school? Is this like the lowest group in your like city? Your actual club. Okay. I don't know that much about the sport. I played growing up. I played a bit, but not like I played like at a local level, like at a park. Do I know Ronaldo? Yes, 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 yes. I know some famous footballers. You're good at finesse shots. What is that? Oh, when you curve it through the air. You know? I didn't know there was a term for that, really? And you're good at free kicks. Aren't you keeper, though? Okay, that's what just crossed my mind. If you're playing keeper, Um, shouldn't you not be the one doing that? You play outfield at school. Is that a position? Or is that just every position outside of keeper? I don't know. I'm not familiar with the term outfield. Defenders, midfielders, wingers, and a striker. It's 36, alpaca. Ike third year. Oops. Finesse shot. That's so interesting. I'm gonna say I kind of always did that when playing, but hard to master. Yeah, I would say I always curved it to the left whenever I took a swing at the ball. I think if I was to try to do it to the curve my shots to the right, that would be difficult for me for sure. No, I am right-footed. I'm right-footed. So, oops. Yeah, I'm right-footed, and when I kick the ball, I send it sliding to the left through the air. You're left-footed. Okay. Are you, right winger, left-footed? Yeah. Okay. Uh-huh. Watch a video of a finesse shot. Not.
Guys, welcome back to a new video. Today we're looking.
What the heck? What a goal. A tutorial on how to do this is funny. It's strange to me to think someone can't do this.
I can.
Yeah, the idea of not doing this is just strange. A normal shot, yeah, just a normal shot. I mean, it could still make it really powerful. It's not impossible to live life without it. It's just maybe like playing Smash Bros without the B button. Not impossible, it's just you're missing a lot. This could be much easier for you if you just have this skill. I didn't know it was something that people didn't know how to do either. You don't have to work on this right now, by the way. You can do other stuff. It's just something else to do in my free time. Well, you can...
Like, if you don't specify anything, you just want to get one specific path you want the shortest path.
You need to specify what you're already going to use to start. I don't know how much you
Can you only choose two, or you can choose a lot to start?
What do you want? We can make it just a list, right? Someone can put in a list of pals they have that they're willing to breed, and then I mean, it might be more complicated to do it that way. I don't know. I'd say start off making it just two, and then work on improving it to a list. Just two starting pals.
Two pairs.
Uh-huh.
And the shortest path
To the desired pal they want.
how? If you only have two parents.
You take their eggs, and then you breed them with their eggs until...
I have three pals.
Uh-huh. Then you breed them until you get to 4. The
You start with
parents...
two parents,
Uh-huh.
and you get their child.
Uh-huh.
So you have three types of pal.
Uh-huh.
And the goat doesn't know what other pals they want.
Why not? Why do it should also know that you have the new child now. You have 3 now.
What if you can't get the desired powers?
Then we'll have an error case for that where you can't do it. A lot of the Palworld. Sorry. We need more space. A lot of the Palworld breeding scenarios just end up in circles, right? So, for some of them, for some cases, you won't be able to get out. You'll just can't get your desired pal. Loot Moon and Loot Moon Chris.
Welcome home, Columbia. Beautiful, beautiful. Discovery 4 computers now have primary control of critical vehicle functions.
Discovery Houston, press ATO.
What if I do this? You know, I know they have this already, Rando. The thing is, I tried to use one earlier today, and it took forever. So, I'd rather just have my own. It ran for like minutes. Okay, so here's the problem. It ran for like a few minutes and it didn't actually do anything. It didn't actually give me any output. And so I thought to myself, I can improve this. I can definitely beat this. You find it cool to just make your own program? Yeah. That's fair too. I didn't know these stats were like available on the internet as well. But that'll speed this up, I think. Gale Claw? He is 47. Nice. Robin Quill's 48. Do I know how to solve matrices and their inverse matrices? How to solve matrices? Yes, that is a very well documented practice. Solving matrices is no problem. It might take, if it's really big, it might take a computer a long time to do it. If it's like 3x3 or like, yeah, it depends on how big it is. You can do it by hand, you know. If it's like 5x5, you might want to start leaning towards a computer. Anything bigger than that, I would say leave it to a computer. As far as inverting matrices, that one is much, much, much harder. Yeah, there are still strategies for it, don't get me wrong, but like 1,000 times harder. The algorithm you'd be working with requires a 2x2 matrix, and numbers can't exceed 26. You're gonna be fine. You're fine, Rando. No problem. No problem at all. Yeah. Let's see. For example, your matrix is 11, 8 on top and 3, 7 on the bottom. You said nice music, real chill vibes. Yeah, I was going to listen to my own music while having this play in the background, but too much work to figure out how to do. Mostly because I was doing it on I was gonna use both on YouTube, like my own music on YouTube and the stream music on YouTube, and it was just more work than I thought I was gonna have to do. Grintails at 52 and Sui.
Is there any breeding power in this website?
Breeding what?
Breeding power.
No. What is that? I've never heard of that before.
It's one of their stats.
I could see that being related. Yeah, like certain pals might breed bigger eggs. So I understand, like, and I guess a concept of breeding power, but I've never heard of breeding power before. I guess, Rando, I'm not understanding what you're solving though. Yeah, I'm curious. What are you doing, Rando? Univolts at 56. Fox sickle. 57. Oh, interesting. Interesting. What's what now? Miscellaneous? I guess like stuff that fits into a different category. What is this? What's no up? The oil one. What is that? Okay, that makes sense. It's as if they've prepared for a pal to potentially get oil on their own, but I've never heard of that before. So stop would multiply STOP. Okay, I see you need a 2x2. Won't that only allow for... Right? Won't that allow for only 4-letter words? This is an interesting cipher, though. Very interesting cipher. Do you have any words you particularly like? I could also make that really interesting in the sense that like certain words just get sent back to themselves. Like that would be a really fun thing to look at. Maybe other words get scrambled around, but there's a specific word that's set up in such a way that it gets sent back to itself when you use the matrix. That'd be a fun thing to look at. Not necessarily what, Rando? Oops. Soccer would be coded as soccer with Z's at the end as fillers. I guess the thing is, if all the letters at the end, I don't know what your cipher is intended to look like. Like if everything at the end is a Z, then you'll know exactly how long your message is, right? You'll be able to tell how many, not necessarily. If it's like, let's say it's 5 letters, you would know the last 3 are all the same, right? There's no words like that, so you would know it's a 5-letter word. If it's a 6-letter word, there are some words that end in like the E sound with 2 E's at the end. Maybe ooh. So that's not very informative. 7 letters, it's not clear. The word could actually end in Z, or it could just have 7 letters. An interesting idea. I like it though. I really like it. QJZY. Serpent and Serpent Terra. Wraith at 66. Tombat Lavander. Tombat Lavender. Flambell. That's funny. You want to make sure it's solvable even if you have to take a while to do it. Yes, for 2x2 matrices, the inverse is very simple. However, I want to let you know that not all 2x2 matrices are invertible. So, you can definitely, I'd say for the most part they're invertible, but you can definitely intentionally make them not invertible. I don't know what that would really look like in a sense of the cipher. If there's an easy way to look at a cipher, like your cipher matrix, and tell if it will be invertible or not. So you have to be a little bit intentional with how you do that. Yeah, so the determinant of a 2x2 matrix, I'm sure I can actually do this in here. Let's say I'm sure I can put out a matrix here. Let's say you have a matrix like 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. I'm sure there's already a determinant function in the language, but we will call our determinant. Oops. This is equal to our 1 times 4. The top, the main diagonal is 1 and 4. We're going to subtract off 2 times 3, right? Right, and as long as this determinant value is non-zero, you can invert this matrix. So just know the main diagonal, for at least for 2x2s, right? I'm talking about for 2x2s specifically. It gets much more complicated as you add more values, but for 2x2 matrices, the main diagonal multiplied by each other, subtracting by the anti-diagonal, is 2 times 3. As long as these values are non-zero, your 2x2 matrix will be invertible. Which is very convenient for if you want to, of course, backtrack, right? If you want to go back, maybe you have the result after the cipher, after you actually apply your cipher matrix, and you want to go backwards to what it actually was originally, you can still do that. Well, and that'll probably help you like check to make sure the cipher is working properly. A much better job than any of the explanations you've seen. Yeah, I promise. If they do like a general explanation of invertibility of matrices, it gets rough. It gets rough. If you want to work with something really advanced, it's gonna get rough. But for 2x2s, you'll be fine. 2x2s is as good as it gets. Besides, of course, like a 1x1, but. Yeah, as far as the inverse, as far as actually finding the inverse goes, it's also related to the determinant, but that would also start to get a bit more complicated. It's not too bad for 2x2. Let me see. So here's the inverse, and so it looks like 1 divided by the determinant. And then you're gonna swap the positions. Hold on. Here's what your original matrix looked like. And then you're going to swap the positions of, I want to say, the main diagonal. And I want to say you make the anti-diagonals negative. I can look this up real quick. Inverse of 2x2 matrix. Yeah, so that's what it looks like. If you want to invert your matrix, you take one divided by the determinant of your original matrix. You swap the main diagonals and you make the anti-diagonals negative. I think the part I really enjoy about math, one of the things I really enjoy about math is being able to, I guess, this invertibility idea. For basically any action you take, you can just go backwards. You'll have to check that it actually works, right? Of course, if you know what an inverse is, you get back to your identity matrix. So once you multiply these two, both this matrix and this other matrix, you should get 1, 0, 0, 1. Yeah, if you ever want help with this type of stuff, Rando, let me know. I am very interested. I am very, very interested. Sounds fun. And I enjoy like applications of math, at least that I can understand. Oh, it has an Ignis. Did I already pass, oh, Wixon's right there. Cool. Wixon's at 76. Okay, Verdash and Valet. Okay, we're good. Are you okay? My OBS disconnected temporarily. Mostly because my Ethernet cable disconnected. I'm not sure how, but are you okay? What? There's a lot of pals. I mean, how do you think they coded it? And so they didn't do it this fast, right? They made their pals, and then they did this over time. They made their first pal, and put them in their dictionary. They made their next pal, put them in a dictionary. Huh? Good question. Where am I at right now? I'm at 78. I might be halfway. Yeah, perfect. Huh?
You don't have to do that manually.
I don't have to do that many. Honestly, to start, yeah. Right. This is still usable even like on a basic level if you want to like just breed some. Yeah, test out if the breeding thing even works. This breeding function actually works. We can just breed it on the first 78.
Yeah, sure. If that's gonna work. Maybe.
Yeah, some of them at the end are gonna have very short lists of like who they can breed with to actually produce something, or who can breed with them to produce them. Aqua. Ozarobe and Ozarobe Christ. Sibilix is at 79, and this guy is at 80. This is at 81. You're at 82. Oh, no, you're not 81. You're at 80B. You are at 81, and you're at 81B. You're at 82. Blaze Howl and relax. Riss. Relaxaurus. 85. Relaxaurus. Lux. 85B. Bronze Cherry Aqua.
Isn't the same one?
Can you copy and paste your code?
It's here. It's not the same one?
No. You cancel and copy. Is it a lot? Do you have a bunch of code chunks?
No, just two.
Oh, okay.
Why?
I don't think we can work on it at the same time.
You don't save yours and close it and open it.
Okay. One sec. Good job. Good job, good job, good job. How you doing, Archie? I'm going to show that again. Cool. Nice. This is interesting. I've never seen that before. Combination rank.
That's the combination rank is their breeding power.
Mm-hmm.
And the formula is you multiply the parents' number and plus 1 and divide it by 2 and see which pal has the most close number with the number you just got. That's their child.
Oh wow. They have a okay. Okay. Mm-hmm.
And there's some exceptions.
Mm-hmm.
I think the second one. No.
They have a breeding formula.
The second data frame is the exceptions.
Mm-hmm. Wait, you said multiply them together and divide them by 2? You mean square root them?
No, the parents. Parent 1 plus parent 2 plus 1.
Plus parent 2.
Uh-huh.
You add them. Okay, okay. I thought you said multiply. Okay. You add the parents' breeding power and divide by 2.
And add 1.
Right, right, right. Are any breeding powers not multiples of 5? I figure they're all going to be multiples of 5, so.
The last one is 1.
Huh?
The last one is 1.
Oh, okay. I didn't see any of a list of breeding powers, so I didn't know. All right, where's I was at Bronze Cherry Aqua. Batalia's at 87 in Reptyro. Oops, this should be Christ. King Pekka and King Pekka Christ. Oops, I'm tripping. Then with this new information. I don't know, Archie. I don't know yet when I'm gonna stream. Memorist at 90. Chelsea finished 10th in the Premier League.
I like this.
I know some people that really like Chelsea. Wumpo and Wumpo both 10. How do you decide what team you really like? What team you root for? I never understood that because we're not near any of them. At least the people in the US, right? How can you have ties to one of those groups in particular? An Ave Maria cipher involves understanding the Latin roots of a letter to pull a translated starting letter and spell out a message. Nah, I'm good. Nah. That's for another life. That's not for this life. I'm not interested in that. Your cipher seems much more interesting. Actually, are you into I'm saying this just really reminds me of cryptography. Do you like math, Rando? You might enjoy number theory, which is very arbitrary, but it's really involved in the properties of prime numbers. And I know they use a lot of prime numbers in cryptography. Very important to keep stuff secure. Look it. I've never heard of that before in my life. Look it. Okay.
You look cute when you look at that website.
Do you use this in school? Why is my stream? I don't know why my stream keeps lagging like this. Yeah, I'm not sure why I can't get any connection. I apologize for the connection, y'all. I'm genuinely unsure why it's doing that. Yeah, that's cool. I've never seen this before in my life. But you can play a game. He said it's like Kahoot. I've never studied number theory, but you love cryptography, so you're planning on slowly consuming the. Yeah. Um. Yeah, I'm sure there's plenty of. I mean, everything's on the internet. I'm sure there's plenty of information you can start looking at to get into cryptography. And shoot, who knows? Maybe if you really like it and you like doing computer stuff, you might get into some sort of cybersecurity. Whoa, rando and cybersecurity, from gas station to cybersecurity, like that. Boom. Astagon and Menacing. Do you have, you know what, Archie, I don't know how old you are. I don't know if you have Discord. You should, and I don't know if Geo has Discord either, how old he is. I was gonna say, you should look to get his Discord or something so you can contact him without me, you know? You guys wouldn't even need me to stream. You guys could just play together. Classic cryptography? Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Jorman Tide is at 101. Oops. Ignis. He's at 101B. You're too young to use Discord. Dang.
They have age limit.
Huh?
They have age limit.
They do have an age requirement, but I didn't know people actually followed them. I don't know how they can verify your age, but and I was above, I think the age requirement is like 13. I think I was above that when Discord was created, so
They're all. It's only like to have an account.
Oop. Grizz Bolt is at 103, and Lylene. Oh, Lylene knocked. I forgot that existed. Okay. Lylene knocked. 104B. Do you do anything else outside Archie? Do you play anything outside? I know you probably have practice some days for your club matches. You have 2 neutron stars? Do I know what that is? That's why I was confused. I'm like, are we talking about the same thing? Some cryptographies, some cryptos made in 1990 stumped CIA, NSA, and other cryptographers. Only 3 of the 5 parts have been solved. Orzerk and Shadowbeak. You're getting into some of the stronger pals, it looks like. Palladius and Necromus. Oh. Not what I wanted there. Okay. And I like doing it this way just so that when another pal or a group of pals gets added, I can just add them to the list and be done. Frostallion and Frostallion knocked. Oops. Hearing how these pals actually get how the breeding system works is just so strange to me now. I'll never think of it the same. Like, it starts to make sense why I sometimes breed and go in circles. Oops. Libero. Celine and Crow. No, you're good, Rando. You're good. I enjoy this. Steganography and spectrograms. I have no idea. Like, I don't even know what you're talking about anymore. I know you're into it, bro. What the heck is that? Stegan. Yeah, I'm gonna say there's no way there's more Stegan words. Oh, okay, that is pretty cool. Okay. And spectrograms. Yes, this is something fairly interesting to learn. At least Fourier transforms. I don't know about short time Fourier transforms. This is something interesting to learn. I think this would be good for I'm gonna say, I would say physics is how I'd expect it to be used. It seems they're measuring sound waves specifically, but I'm not sure that sound is exactly how this has to be used. Kick it is 117. Soot Seers at 118. Pricksters at 119. Knocklum at 120. Yakumo at 121. Yakumo. Let's read this dog in. 122. Dazimu in Mimog. Or Mimog, right? 124. Oops. Then we should get to Xenovator and Xenoguard. Xenovator. Xenoguard. No E at the end, my bad. I put an imaginary E at the end. Xenolords at 127. Xenolord. Nightmare at 128. I'm sorry, Archie. I'm gonna say, what did you do before you met us, right? I mean, do some more of that, right? Sylvichus. You were still living life. You were still a person. You had a life going on. Smokey and Celestir. Skill puts him at 133. Splatterina. 134. I think this game, one problem I have with this game is there's so many dark pals. There's just so many, dude. They've combined like the dark type in Pokemon with the poison type in Pokemon into one thing. Like Tyrantris. I want to say it's Tyrantris. Yep. Azurmane 136. While steganography involves changing colors that are hidden to the naked eye and leaving a message behind in the... Okay. Cryptography spectrograms can be used by coding high-pitched frequencies with an underlying audio to help hide it, and when put through a spectrogram reader, written words appear. You know what that reminds me of? This is a bit of a downplaying something you're interested in, I'll be honest. But this one guy was trying to talk about how evil music is. And he was playing some famous songs, and he was like, doesn't that sound like... And then it'll be like some crazy phrase like, I worship the devil, you know? He's like, doesn't it sound like that guy's saying, if you play it backwards, doesn't it sound like this guy's saying he's a devil worshiper? Like, oh my gosh, no way. No way, dude. Miafia 139. Only a few more. Gildane and Herbal. Oops. I really hope I didn't miss any, because I would have messed this up a long time ago. Herbal's 141. Good. Iceland and Frostplume. Let's keep going. Palumba and Braloha. Munchill and Polapup. Turticle and Turticle Terra. Is it lagging again? Please, no. Oh my gosh. There is nothing getting sent to my stream right now. Why does my OBS to 0? Why is it dropping so far? So the internet service provider or third-party software interfering with the network. Yeah, I know it lagged hard. Rando, when I tell you, I checked my stream. It said 0 kbps. Like it's just not receiving the right amount of bits per second. Like at some point, it's literally receiving 0 bits per second. Zero, Rando. I'm telling you, zero, nothing. 15. Right now, I just look at it, it said 15. My bad, Rando. That is such a cool picture. That guy has a really cool picture. Well, I'm gonna continue to do this and then call it a day, I guess. I'm not sure why my stream's breaking this badly. It seems